Only on 8 tonight, for the first time, we're hearing from the victim of child sex crimes about incidents that led to a conviction and sentence for one of her two abusers earlier this month.
What was going through your 15-year-old mind?
Well, I remember being on the plane, kind of not thinking that it was even going to happen. There's no way that they would actually have, I guess, the guts to do something like that.
We previously reported the 50-year-old Daniel Kidd of Powhatan County, who you see on the right-hand side of your screen, was sentenced to 33 years in prison on June 11th. Now 8 News reporter Allison Williams is live in studio after talking with the victim about what she experienced at their hands. Allison.
Deanna, Heather, the victim asked us to call her B, but because she lives out of state, she was comfortable with showing her face. B's other abuser, her aunt, 36-year-old Rosalinda Rosas, was already sentenced to 25 years. It was when B left Michigan to visit family in Powhatan that she experienced a betrayal like no other. And a warning, the details she shares are disturbing.
It was so unreal to me that my aunt would ever do something like that. Imagine something like that, I was speechless. She was someone that I really looked up to.
It was April 2022. B was just 15 when she flew down to Powhatan with her aunt for some family time. But before she even landed, the trip took a turn.
It was on the plane when my aunt kind of disclosed to me, kind of wanted to plan this whole thing for him to kind of please him and fulfill his fantasies that he had.
B's aunt, Rosalinda Rosas, was dating and living with her boyfriend, Daniel Kidd, at the time.
Every single night would end kind of being in the room with the, where abuse would take place again. I'm kind of like trapped. I can't really leave.
She says during the day, she was showered in gifts.
There's a lot of gifts. There's a lot of expensive, going out and getting expensive things.
Kidd paid for B's flights, an Apple Watch, clothes, lingerie, a fresh manicure.
My aunt had told me to ask him if the nails I got, if he would like them, because he, he's paying for the nails, I guess, so she wanted to make sure that he liked them.
She says her aunt also told her to lie about the gifts so her parents didn't get suspicious. B says during the day or in public, Rosas and Kidd acted normal.
It was really kind of at night behind the scenes, when my cousin was asleep, that they would take me to their room.
Court documents state she wasn't allowed to be alone with her cousin or in certain parts of the house. Those records also show there were several cameras set up, including in the room B was staying in. Cameras only Kidd could access through his phone.
In order to get through the day and make sure that my cousin or anyone else didn't notice, I had to make sure that I had to put on a face.
And when it was time to go back to Michigan, B says her aunt made her pinky promise at the airport not to tell because no one else would understand. But when she got off the plane,
it's kind of this now or never moment. I told my stepdad that as soon as we got in the car and were pulling out of the airport that I need a kid done. And from there, he already knew what I was talking about.
After 3 years of fighting in the court system, B feels justice has been served, but not without a permanent strain on her family.
It's just this element of distrust on both sides of the family too. My dad or my mom, whenever if my brothers go to their aunts or uncles or any family, it's they're not going to be able to trust them.
B says she was able to talk to her cousin for the first time in 3 years after Kidd's sentencing earlier this month. She says she plans to start college in Michigan this fall. She's 18 now, majoring in biomedical sciences and wants to work in family medicine. Live in studio tonight, Allison Williams, 8 News.